Okay, we should be live on YouTube. Yes, we are. We are live on YouTube. Um, all right, we should be live. All good, all good. Let's just go live on Facebook. I used to do these live streams like every day. Um, but yeah, I don't. There's no need. I mean, I don't do I don't do programs. I don't team build. There's nothing. There's nothing to. I mean, I don't need anyone to join my shit to to make money. I don't need a team build or anything. Okay. So if you want me to review any ICO, let me know. I'll have it do a quick sort of wrap up of it because there's so many ICOs at the moment, and I'm also going to take a look at 3 ICOs as well. I'm going to let you guys know about. So there's an option there for you to participate as well. If you want to know what's going on. So let's just look at the market cap now. It hit over 200 billion. Now it's dropped off a little bit, but everyone wants this. Everyone wants this segment. Everyone wants this. What they call B2X, which is the fork on the 9th. Well, it's actually late 2000, November 15th. Official fork, I guess, is November the 16th. So everyone wants that. Wants that coin, right? That when the chain splits, and that's why you see this huge spike in BTC, and Ethereum's come back a little bit. Bitcoin Cash has gone up. So has Ripple and Dash in the last sort of 24 hours, but going back 24 hours, I mean, everything was down. As you see, these dips here. This is 24 hours ago. So, yeah, everyone wants this. Everyone wants this new Bitcoin token, or called Bitcoin B2X. That's what that is. People are trading, people are selling off, but it's still going up. Bitcoin's still going up. So, I've flipped a lot of altcoins into Bitcoin, and when you could probably pick up a lot of altcoins cheap now, but I want the new Bitcoin. That's what I want, right? That's why I'm flipped into Bitcoin. That's what most people are doing. Excuse me, guys. I just woke up. Campus. Rex. I'm assuming that's a ICO, is it? Is that an ICO? Never heard of it. Well, that's a German one. No. As you can see, there's so many ICOs out there. Most ICOs, like 9 out of 10 of them, won't do anything. You know what I mean? But fortunately enough, there's a lot of ICOs. So there's some nuggets that are coming out, that are already out. So I'm basically waiting to cash in. If you go to tokenmarket.net, you'll see a lot of ICOs. This is a good site. and you'll see it. This, look, there's so many, right? There's so many. And I'm seeing people getting into ICOs, which is great, but they're just wandering in the wilderness. They have no idea what they're doing, you know. So it's just a trial and error, I guess, for them. Which is the good news is for us is we're relaunching ICO Gold Rush in a hopefully in a couple of weeks. Or less. All right, we'll see. There's no date. We've got to get the affiliate side of it. I was still testing the affiliate side of it. It's kind of really tricky because we don't use a standard affiliate payment system. We use a Bitcoin payments or cryptocurrency payment system. There's nothing really created at the moment that suits our needs. So we gotta you know, patch things up a bit here and there just to make it work. That's the issue. So I know a lot of people asking about ICO Gold Rush. So just, you know, it'll be November. Just we're working on it as hard as we can. And then we'll get that out to you guys. So look, I have deleted a couple of people. I'm just gonna, you know, basically gonna delete a few people. There is one guy that I deleted. I mean, you know. Nothing against this particular person. He's just, you know, he's been a friend for, you know, well, not a friend, but I mean a Facebook friend for a long time. Probably over a year, maybe 2 years, I think, a year and a. Again, you know, I mean, nothing personal, right? It's just business. The stuff he promotes is just rubbish, and I just delete him because I don't want my circle to be nothing but Ponzi promoting crap people. You know what I mean? And if I can remove those people from my Facebook list, and then I don't have to see this Ponzi crap that's going on. And it just makes my life a lot easier. So, you know, if you're going to promote Ponzi stuff, right, there's plenty of leaders out there that'll do it, that are doing it. Go follow them, get off my list, because if I see people that are just promoting rubbish after rubbish after rubbish, I'm just going to delete you, right? Nothing personal, right? I just don't want to be seeing your crap on my news feeds. You know what I mean? And I made a post yesterday about this. Ethereum co-founder describes BitConnect. Right? BitConnect is nothing but a Ponzi scam, guys. Right? Do not kid yourself. Do not kid yourself, right? So this guy says 1% interest compound daily would make, if you put $1,000 investment, be worth $50 million in 3 years. Does that sound sustainable? And then Vitaly Buterin is the co-founder, one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He said, yeah, 1%. It's a Ponzi, right? Obviously. So I've done many live streams on BitConnect. All right. You know, again, this is just it's just crap, rubbish, and it's going in the ICO space. And when this falls, and it will fall, all right, it's going to leave a big you know, it's going to make people are going to think Bitcoin's BitConnect, and they're going to go, oh no, that's a Ponzi, right? Because people that are coming into this industry, they're new, they have no clue, and then they're going to think, oh, BitConnect, Bitcoin, oh, that's the same thing, oh, it's nothing but a Ponzi, right? So mathematically, it's not sustainable, right? $1,000 to get 50 million in 3 years. It's not sustainable, guys. There's people have put in 100,000 into BitConnect. So, you know, I mean, if you, I've said this in many videos. If you try to have an argument with me, I'm just going to delete you because you're an idiot. All right? That's what you are. You're an idiot. If you think that this is long-term sustainability, right? It's pure mathematics. And I don't argue with idiots because idiots are good at what they do. I don't have time for them. That's why I just keep blocking people that I feel that are just not up to my standard and not up to my I just don't want people, you know, this is my Facebook wall, this is my audience. I want to give the most value, right? But if I've got people that are promoting nothing but Ponzi crap, my viewers get to see that stuff on my newsfeed, and then they, you know, I just don't want them to go in that direction. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get quality people, less riffraff, more quality people, and if that means culling my list down to one person, then I'll gladly do it. I know got a lot of good people out there as well. So that's just my personal view. This is my live stream. I can do what I want. If you don't like it, unfriend me. I won't lose any sleep, right? So that's what I'm doing. So that's just it. I've just had a gutful of this space. I've just had a gutful of everything that's going on in this space, and people are just investing willy-nilly into rubbish, right? And they don't care. They're just willing to have a stab. This is ETHConnect, right? Okay, the servers are down. You know, people, there's like 200,000 people on this list, and they just want to make money, right? They don't care. There's no white paper. Oh, there is a white paper, which is a mirror of the actual site, but there's no there's no team. Apparently they're in Tokyo or something. There's no team. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to show that these guys are the real deal. Now, they could be the real deal, but this is just nothing but a BitConnect clone. And they're upgrading their servers, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, this is what's going on in this space. People are willing to throw millions of dollars at this stuff, and there's no one, like, who's behind this stuff? If the guy that was behind this stuff, he's probably licking his chops going, oh, you know, millions of dollars that he raised up in, like, within, I don't know, the first day. You know, this is the sort of ludicrous behavior that's going on, right? So this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm saying. Now, people say to me, "Oh, but look at me. You know, I'm still making money. Blah blah blah." Yeah, okay, I understand. I get that. You know, you want to make money. I understand. You want to put food on your plate. I get it, right? But just think of the long term. Think of the long term. You're promoting a Ponzi which is not going to last. And what's that doing to your reputation? If you have no respect for your reputation, right, you don't care, you're just about making money, right, then fine, go promote it, right? But it's going to, one day it's going to fall, and so will your reputation, right? So do you go and do you see all the top people in any type of field? Do you think their reputation matters to them? That's why they're at the top, right? Do you think that Michael Jordan's reputation would matter to him? Do you think that Steph Curry's reputation would matter to him? Do you think that these top elite athletes, their reputation matters to them? Of course it does. It's their brand, right? This is their brand. And when it's tarnished, it tarnishes their brand, and it tarnishes the value that they represent. And that's what that's what people are attracted to. If you build a brand around value and delivering nothing but just, you know, you represent value in the marketplace, right? Not following these Ponzi scams all the time, but people genuinely follow you. You're building a brand around that. You're very, very hesitant, and you're very, very reluctant on joining programs because you know if it fails, it's going to tarnish your reputation. But apparently to some marketers, it doesn't matter. And one of the biggest marketers I've seen, apparently it doesn't matter to him. He's bringing people into Ponzi, and this guy's big, right? This guy would probably be up the second or third most biggest marketer on Facebook, right? And he's nothing but just a commission junkie, right? Because the thing is, he just keeps on bringing people into these failing programs, right? After a while, you got to figure out, okay, hang on a second. I'm bringing my audience into failing programs. There's something wrong here. But he just keeps on doing it and doing it, right? Because he's making money, right? I cannot do that anymore. I will not do that anymore. I don't care if I'm making 300, 400, $1 million a year. I won't do it, right? I can make money. I can make that same money doing something else more legit. You know what I mean? It's the attraction of easy money to, you know, long term, it's gonna dent in your reputation, but short term, yeah, you take the money, right? Any person that thinks short term will just take the money, but long term, it's a quick fix, but long term it'll ruin you more. And this one particular guy, this is the thing, right? The industry is driven by these people that are just bringing people into Ponzi after Ponzi after Ponzi, and people are following them. And then when these Ponzi's fall, people lose money. Yeah, and but people are following these big people. It's crazy insanity, absolutely insanity. So let's get into the if you have any question, if you have any anything about I've got this censor thing now on YouTube, so people, if you put if you put swear words, you'll you know, it'll just give me a way to hide it. There you go. Brian says, when ICO Go Rush launches, get involved. We have no time for junk ICOs. I mean, you haven't really made money from ICOs until you make money from a real ICO, not a junk lending program ICO. Yeah, you know, they're short term. God, you're exactly right, Cherry. This Bit Petite, nothing but a scam, right? This Bit Petite was pushed by a lot of people on YouTube. Just go on YouTube and just type in Bit Petite, right? A lot of people were pushing it, and now it's a scam. Nothing but a scam, right? Crypto Trade Capital, nothing but a scam. They open up a new site. There's so many scams out there. Man, there's so many scams out there. And if you join into any sort of these programs that are, you got to really think about. Look, I will say don't join these scams, and then people will still join them regardless, right? But you can still make money online, right? There's plenty of legit programs out there that you can make money online. Why would you put your reputation at stake by going into a garbage program for the short term? You know what I mean? So why do that when you can go into a legit program or a legit company like Genesis Mining, which pays slower, but you know they're the real deal, right? Build your whole business around, you know, ethical programs like these are the only ones in my opinion. Genesis Mining, Swiss Gold Global, right? USI Tech, I know they're doing good things, but I'm not involved in USI Tech or Swiss Gold Global, but I think Swiss Gold Global, out of all the programs, will be one of the most reputable. Not because the owners are Aussie, because it is just legit. It is just straight up legit. Right? USI Tech, I'm not, you know, again, I'm not in USI Tech. I hope it does well. I know it's gone leaps and bounds, and I think that initially they started was you know. Initially they started, they've kind of figured out that they're going to run out of money because it's just nothing. Initially it was just nothing but a rev share, right? And then they added the trading component to it. Is chicken feed. It didn't pay chicken feed. It wasn't enough to pay. So then they got wiser, and then they added the mining side of it, right? But anything that pays 1% per day is you know, it's questionable, right? So now that they've got this ICO, which is they're trying to raise $250,000, right? 50 cents per token, which is, I think, is just way too much, but that's just my opinion on it. But I think that they're using that money to pay old investors off, but then again they've got big plans of, you know. So look, if you look at USI Tech, personally, I think that it's one of the better programs out there. I'm not involved in USI Tech, but I think that it's doing good things for the industry. I just hope that they can be around for a long time for the sake of the industry, right? We don't need another crappy program to go down and then people lose money. This space is nothing but full of just rubbish and junk. So these are some of the ICOs that I looked at. I mean, I just quickly looked at them. I'm just letting you guys know, but do your due diligence, all right? This is not investment advice. Now this is Cryptorium. Now this is, look, there's many ICOs out there that they're trying to do. All right, and it's like a payment system that uses cryptocurrency, multiple cryptocurrencies, exchange to fiat, and then you can just go and tap on the FPOS, or what they call the MPC, I think it's called. And it's just like, you've seen people come up to, you're at a shop and you want to pay for like a pair of jeans, and then you've seen people pull out their phone, and then they get their phone and they put it to the machine, and it transfers the funds, similar to Apple Pay. It transfers the funds onto the machine, and then you click approve, and then you can pay for it, right? Well, that's what this system's wanting to implement further on down the track. I think there's something like 300 million tokens, I think. Let me have a look. It did get my attention because this has raised 7.5 million in first hour. They got a massive, I wouldn't say massive, fairly big Telegram group compared to most Telegram groups. So yeah, there's a lot of, there's 25,000 participants. They raised 7.5 million in the first hour. That's crazy. That's a lot of people. So yeah, go into the site. I haven't purchased anything. I'm not involved in any bounty program. I'm not just showing you that this could be a possible contender. But there's still a lot of things that need to be pulled apart on this. So this is basically what they're trying to do here. All right. Now they haven't got the app ready yet. It's almost ready. All right. So they haven't got a working model. So it's still a white paper, but they're on their way. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. What you have is you've got your cryptocurrency on your app, and then when you go and buy something, it changes to fiat. Right. They call it NFC. Payment via NFC. This is the Visa payment gateway, right? And this happens in real time, and then you just pay and whatever, right? And it figures it out. And they use I think they use gas. I think there's gas involved as well. I haven't had a good look at this. I haven't pulled this apart yet, but I mean, it could be something, right? They do have gas, what they call CRPT, and there's different loyalty membership programs. All right, so a lot of these payment systems do this. All right, so this is their story. They've been going since 2013. All right, right now, if you invest 30,000 plus, you get a 33% on top. So this is my account. I haven't bought anything, as you can see. If you buy 1 Bitcoin worth, you'll get 99,000 tokens. All right, which means, what's Bitcoin now? Let's just say Bitcoin's 7,150. $0.07. If you buy, but you got to spend 30. You got to spend 1 Bitcoin. So they're about 7 cents, which is actually, yeah, 7 cents. That's not too bad considering. Okay, they do have a bounty program. Again, I haven't looked. I think there's 300 million tokens. You have to look at the token metrics on this. But anyway, look, that's obviously, you know, I mean, if you guys are an ICO Gold Rush, you know what I'm talking about, right? Everything's got to add up before you even put a dime into this thing. But it is there, okay? There you go. Technical limitation of number of tokens is 300 million. The token cost per token, I think that's without bonuses, is 0.01. There you go, 70 cents. Sorry, my bad. 70 cents per token. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Well, then again, Paragon coin was $1, and they had 200,000 tokens, right? And look at them now. I mean, they're not doing that great. So just from the past, just from looking at these ICOs, you know, you can, yeah, it's total supply 164 million. They're at 41 cents, and the ICO was at $1. So this one here, I mean, obviously, you know, you can't really compare them, but you just have some sort of guide. There's 300 million tokens of this one, and you know they want 70 cents. So the hard cap of 47 million. But then again, you know, they've already raised. I'll show you this. They've already raised. That's crazy. 1,260. There you go. They've already raised $9 million. All right. So according to their roadmap, $9 million. I think there's a roadmap here. No, that's a token. One thing about this, I think one thing about this actual ICO is they accept fiat. And this is what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing this with many ICOs. I'm seeing, you know, they accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, some accept Dash, some accept Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, but none of them really accept fiat. And I think that this is got to be a new trend that's got to happen with ICOs. If they accept fiat, I think that it's really going to boost the I haven't even looked at the team yet, right? Haven't even looked at the team. But they've got a huge team. Holy cow, they got a huge team and advisors. So again, you know, you have to do your due diligence on this one, all right? One is a minimum token. But there is a timeline here. I did an ICO timeline here. Oh no, that's the ICO timeline. I want to have a look at the project timeline. Anyway, have a look at this one. That's called Cryptorium. Cryptorium. Kind of a weird name. I reckon they're going to be the JP Morgan of crypto banks. Right? Do you really want to follow in JP Morgan's steps? Or maybe as the conglomerate they are, but do you really want to follow their business practices? Probably not. I wouldn't be putting JP Morgan of crypto banks. I'd be putting the internet of banks or something. Anyway, but anyway, that's what that is. So that's, just check that out. Again, I'm not invested in this. Just it's just caught my attention. So have a look at that. Let's just go to some comments. Atomic, Aussie players. Okay, they're just having a debate about Bernard Tomic, yeah. Look, Bernard Tomic, I'm not a fan of his, and that other guy, I'm not a fan. But you know what? He can play. He can back it up. You know the guy I'm talking about, right? That young kid that everyone's talking about in Tennis Australia. I think he's an arrogant prick, but he can back it up. He's a bloody good player, and I hope he gets more humble as he gets, because he can back it up. So anyway, this ICO here, I really like this ICO. It's called Wax Token, right? And this one here is the reason why I like this ICO, because I know about, it's a gaming ICO. I know about guys. I've been playing games for the last 20 years, right? I remember when I was at my day job, right, and I didn't know how to make money online. I knew nothing about make money online. All I knew was I knew that the internet, you could play games on the internet. So I'd come home from my day job and I would play the internet. I'd get home at 5 o'clock. This is a true story. I get home at 5 o'clock. I play. One time I came home at 5 o'clock after work, and I was still in my work clothes, right? And I played this game. It was called Counter-Strike. If you're a gamer, you'll know what this game is. It's called Counter-Strike, and I played this game for non-stop till about from 5 till about 4 in the morning. I got a couple hours sleep, then I woke back up. Now I was, because you know, you get right into the games, you know. So I was so tired, that I just fell asleep. Then I had like 2 hours sleep on the lounge. Then I woke back up and I was still in my clothes, right, from the previous day. So you know what I did? I just washed my face, cleaned my thing, bit of deodorant, and then I went straight back to work with the same clothes on. Because my uniform was like, it wasn't, it was, the shirts and that were like, you know, if they get creased, you can't tell. So that's what I did. So I know all about games. I've been playing them for 20 years, and I love them. I love them. In fact, I had a VIC 20, right? If you know what a VIC 20 is, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I had a VIC 20, and I had a Commodore 64, right? They're the computers I had when I was a kid. But you know, I got involved in other stuff too. But anyway, long story short, Wax Token. Now, Wax Token is a ICO for OP skins, and it's gaming, right? And there's it's a $50 billion industry. So the problem with Wax Token, and I want to tell you why I'm excited about this. I haven't invested in this yet. All right, the pre-sale is going on. You need 167 Ether to get in the pre-sale. But the reason why I'm excited about this is because basically what people can do with this ICO is, when it's built, is they can build skins and all that sort of stuff. Now, what is a skin? I'll show you what a skin is. This is a this is a game that I've been playing recently, all right, and it's called PUBG, right? This game is like the biggest in the world at the moment, and you can get, well, not with actual PUBG. I don't think you can get skins at the moment, but with Counter-Strike, with many of these other games, you can get skins. And what skins are is actually I'll put it Counter-Strike skins, Counter-Strike skins. All right, so have a look at this. See how it's got this. See how it's got the guns, right? And see how they've got all this. You can buy, and this is how they create revenue, right? So this is all digital. These are all digital games. But you imagine a player, right? Right. This is a big thing with gamers, guys. This is huge. Like, they've got a customized gun in the game. So they've the skin. They create a skin which sits on, which covers the gun. Right? This is all programmed into the game, right? And they can create their own skin, right? So then now they're different. They got their own gun. They can look really cool. This is a big deal. $50 billion industry. So what Wax Token will do is it'll be the utility to buy and sell tokens within the ecosystem, and basically you can open up like a shop, just like open up Amazon within the Wax Token platform, and then you can start to sell these skins with crypto. But the problem is with these skins is you've got it's a trust factor. You've got people from multiple languages. Like gaming is huge. You know, from China, you got from Europe, Russia. You got all these people from all different countries of all different fiat, all trying to trade and buy in an environment which requires trust. But with the Wax token, it's all trustless, right? It's all on blockchain. You convert your fiat to Wax, and then you can buy and sell and create these things. People can buy and sell your designs, your guns and designs. So this is if you're not into gaming, you won't know how big this is. This is massive, right? This is massive. So these are the token metrics. 1 ether is 500 Wax. So you were talking like 50 cents a token. Excuse me. Let's have a look at that. Oh, my math sucks. 304 divided by 150. Yeah, we're looking at $2. We're looking at $2 a token, right? But there's only the hard cap's 150,000 ether, right? So there is actually, it's, when you look at it, it's typically quite not your average. You're not paying 2 or 3 cents. You're paying a fair bit of money, right? But it's all relative to the cap. So hopefully the cap, like I said, I'm just looking at this now. Let's just go with the cap, and I'll show you what I mean. I like these one pages. When they got the one pager, they just put everything nice and neatly. So there's 4 million gamers currently trade billions in virtual items each month, right? We're talking. I know if you're not a gamer, you won't understand this, but if you're in this niche, you'll know how big games is. So this has caught my attention. Let's just have a look at the token metrics. This is important. I like it because it's a platform, right? So you're going to get that user engagement, and you're going to get that functionality with the actual token of the utility, right? So when you've got liquidity and you've got people buying and selling using the token, the more gamers that buy and sell using Wax, it's going to boost the value of the actual token up. Then they can build other things on top of it. They could have developers create applications within their protocol. There's a lot of things that you can do. I'm just trying to find there's voting, contracts, rating, listing of virtual goods, purchase of virtual goods, settlement execution contract, blah blah blah. So the dispute, there's transfer of digital goods. Wax Connect will be a browser-based SDK that provides a set of functions, building list of widgets, performing wallet transactions on remote wallets. It's got a Wax node. Wow. Fully functional guild allowing bonding and transfer agents. It's got a wallet. It's got a wallet core. Here we go. There it is. Their creator. It's 185 million tokens. $2 each. Now that may seem quite high. The token sale. So there's only 64,500,000 in token sale, but there's a total of 185. Now we have to see whether the token's going to be burnt or not. Pre-sale's going at the moment. ERC20, yep, blah blah blah. So you have to look through all this. The reason why I think that this is a good project is because of the team. The team is an all-star MVP of all-stars, all the way to the bank. These guys are the best of the best. And let's have a look at the team. William Wrigley. Actually, let's just go back to this one pager. White paper. I think it's got the team there. The OP Skin CEO, IGE board member, Disney, USC, and Harvard MBA. So he's an all-star. OP Skins founder and CTO, John. And then you got Jonathan. Let me have a look at this. One of the guys on their team is he created like some game. Advisor is co-founder of Jax, so you know they got founder and CEO of Bread Wallet. World of Warcraft executive, former CEO, Universal Games, Ken Cron he's one of the advisors. Dave Anthony, he's a Call of Duty creator and developer. Do you guys know what Call of Duty is? It's one of the biggest games in the world, and this guy's an advisor of Call of Duty. That is absolutely nuts. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. So you have to really look at $2 a token, 185 million tokens. But it's a platform. The pre-sale's going on at the moment. The main sale is November the 15th and it ends on the 30th. All right. So there's some things to consider. I think this is a good project. How it pans out, we'll see. But the team is like, the team's rock solid. The advisors are like, look at the advisory board. That's an all-star team. You know what I mean? So the people are in the right place to make this thing happen. That's it. Again, it's all speculative. It's all a gamble. You know what I mean? So have a look at that one, Wax token, right? And my last one I'm going to review. Again, these are just not really solid, in-depth reviews. They're just sort of breezing over. I haven't looked at the possible things that could go wrong with them yet. This one, Indahash. This one is it's basically influencers, and influencers are basically social media influencers, and they use these influencers to get advertisers to pay for advertising, and then the influencers get paid, and so will the people that spread the content, and so forth. So they have some big companies that have already, so it's already an established company, but they're using the influencer model. So instead of like Facebook and all that sort of stuff taking all the profits, well, the community gets to take part of the revenue with this Indahash ICO or Indahash token, right? So there's already 360,000 influencers. Now this is a Polish ICO, the company is, and then the CEO, and then now they're moving into the ICO stage to create this new influencer brand or Indahash brand. And I think that the ICO, it's like a user social, kind of like Facebook kind of in a way, but you get paid to share stuff and all that sort of stuff. There's voting, and so this one here, again, I'm not invested in this one. I'm just showing you what you could possibly look at. In my opinion, all these ICOs I've showed you are the legit. Okay, that's one thing I can say. This is no lending scam program with no team. I'd never share that stuff with you guys. You know what I mean? Unless you guys ask me, and then I'll tell you. Right. So there's a pre-ICO going at the moment. Flashy graphics, very bright, blah blah blah. Okay, 40% whenever you see an ICO, right, and they have a very huge bonus up front for the private or the pre-ICO. I know all of them do it, right? But Just, just consider it. Just think about that. Just keep it in the back of your mind, because the bigger the discount, think about, the people that are getting in the pre-ICO and the private investors. If they get some stupid amount of like 100%, right, and they're buying it at, just say the tokens are $1 and they're buying at 45 cents, and then they're also getting 100% on top. So the token's only going to cost them 22 cents, right? As opposed to other people in the main ICO buying them for $1, they're going to dump. So just be very wary of any ICOs that in the pre-ICO and the private that offer huge discounts, because the whales get into the pre-ICO and the private ICO, they get a huge discount, and then they dump under the main ICO price, right? This is what's happening. If you don't know what I just said, then I don't know how to explain it. Debitum. So this is again, I'm not invested in IndaHash. There's a bounty program and referral program. I haven't even bothered with that. All right. Flashy graphics. Again, this is all subjective. It's an influencer model. Oh my God. The hard cap is 320 million. 80% of IndaHash coins. Okay. So they're 320 million. Okay. For cryptocurrencies, they accept Ether. So the pre-ICO hasn't started yet. It starts on the 8th. But bonuses are on the site. The minimum is 0.05. They got a bounty program. So again, this is something that you might want to have a look at. So the hard cap is 320 million IndaHash coins, 80% of the actual total supply. So, we're probably looking at, oh, geez, if you do the maths, I'll have to have a look. 320. 80. All right. So there's 400 million. There's 400 million tokens. 800 million are going to the. They should have a breakdown of it here, and then there's 320 million in the in the ICO getting sold. All right. So I don't know. Again, I haven't invested in this, but it's just take a look at this. Something you might want to consider. IndaHash. Again, I think that if something like this takes off, it really needs the community to support it, right? It needs to have like thousands and thousands of users. If this had like 1 million+ users, then I would invest in it, but I don't think it has. I think it's only got like 20 or 30,000 at the moment. I could be wrong, but so this one here, maybe like for this to succeed, it needs to have millions of people. Then it's definitely a good investment. So have a look at that IndaHash, and then this one here, what we talked about before, Cypaterium or Cypaterium. Yeah, this again, this one is questionable. A lot of people are dumping money into this one. So again, do your due diligence. It is financial, so it is a risk, right? They got a beta coming fairly soon, so yeah. Again, do due diligence. And Wax, I do like Wax. I just think the token cost is a bit high, but I have to really look at this. I might have to dig deeper with this one here. Right, so the main sale, that's the main sale. Okay, so with the pre-sale, you're going to get it cheaper, obviously. There you go. The token pre-sale price is 300, so roughly about $1. Now the main sale is 150, which is $2. So really, ideally, you want to get in at the pre-sale, which is you know, which is when the pre-sale is, which is the 18th of October, which has already happened. So you probably got, oh, geez, you haven't got much time for this one. So yeah, I just think I think the token price is a little high, but you know, that's represented in the actual. If it's a successful project, you know. But anyway, we'll see. So these are the things to think about. Hope you enjoyed those 3 ICOs to consider, because a lot of people ask me which ICOs. Well, there's 3 you can have a look at, just to start off with. Home block coin, what is that? Never heard of home block coin. It's under maintenance. QuantStamp, yeah, QuantStamps, haven't invested in that yet, but it's looking good. All right, Joanne, it's looking good. Possibly could invest in. I haven't invested in it yet, but there's a big raps on that one. Tony says Rob Fraser. It's funny, Tony. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think I know what you're referring to, mate. INS ecosystem. I don't know what that is. Let's just go and see what INS ecosystem is. Alright, so it's a grocery industry reinvented. First global decentralized ecosystem directly connected to grocery manufacturers and consumers. Okay. Loyalty program. We signed memorandums with top manufacturers: Mars, Friesland, Camprinio. I know this Marco Tippin, he does the rounds. These advisors, they must be on so many advisory boards. That's where they're making their commissions, right? So, yeah, I haven't seen this one. Grocery industry reinvented. I'll have to. Let's just quickly go and have a look at the token metrics. You can do wire transfer. That's a good thing, I reckon, because it gives more opportunity for other people to pay with fiat. INS ecosystem. Alright guys, so yeah, look, I haven't looked into this one. It hasn't really come on my radar. So anyway, that's something to have a look at anyway. So that one's INS World. If that's something that you're interested in. Here we go, here. Token sale. There's 100,000 ether, hard cap of target is 100,000 ether. Soft cap is 30,000 ether. So there are 1 ether equals 30 INS, which is basically $1 each. So if you look at the hard cap, $100,000 ether. Oh my god. Oh, okay. 30 million. That's a pretty low token count. 60%. Okay, going payment methods. All right, so there's Bank, Dash, Litecoin, Ether, and BTC. That's good to know. So they want to raise 100,000 Ether. Hang on, let's do that again. 100,000 Ether times 300. 30 million. That's their token count if they reach their hard cap. Total supply is 100,000. Okay, I don't know how that. Maybe through the bonuses. Okay, through the bonus scheme. I just figured out through that 1 Ether, through the hard cap. So if you take in consideration all the bonuses that people are getting along the way, it's 100,000. All right, well, that made it easy. They should have just put 100,000 in the token sale on the top. But anyway, a different way of doing it. So the exact number of tokens generated depends on the amount of funds contributed. No token creation, minting, or mining after the ICO. Okay, so there's 100 million total supply of 100 million, but whatever's sold is whatever's created. The exact number of tokens generated depends on the amount of funds contributed. All right, so if you include all the bonuses and everything goes to the hard cap is reached, there's going to be 100 million. Right, it's going to be 100 million. But if they don't but if whatever they raise through the funding, then that's what the token is created, right? So in other words, if this ICO doesn't do well and it just reaches the soft cap, then no other coins will be minted, which is a good deal, right? That's what we want. We want them not to be, well, but then again, on the flip side of that, so times 300, yeah, if they reach their soft cap and and don't go any sort of further than their soft cap, there's 9 million tokens, which is pretty good, which is a good deal for $1, right? But even 100,000 at $1 is still pretty good, even though Paragon coin was 200,000 for $1. All right, but then again, it just depends on the project. All right, so I don't know. Grocery industry reinvented. I don't know. But then again, that's just my opinion now. I'll have to have a look at this. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I think I don't know if CoinExcel will do the ICO. I've got no idea. Sorry. Yeah, look, in ICO Gold Rush, we do try to teach people the right way. And look, this is the legit way to find ICOs and, invest in the legit ICOs. And there's other scam lending ICOs out there that people are making money on, but there's a lot of people that are getting burnt as well. So, you just pick your path. You just choose whatever you want to do. If you go the legit route, which I'm talking about, all the legit ICOs, there's been a lot of legit ICOs that have gone. We're talking Red Pulse, we're talking Power Ledger, One Chain, Chainlink, all these legit ICOs that have come and gone. Now they're just in the process of what I call marinating, right? These are all legit ICOs, legit projects with real people that are looking to build that project out. They're all fully transparent, and everyone knows their background and their history and where they've come from and where they're looking at creating with these legit ICOs. Whereas you get involved with something that is not quite legit, you don't even know who the people are. So if you get involved in these scam lending programs, right, like Extra Coin, like Regal Coin, like ETH Connect, they're popping up like mushrooms. It's very high risk, and literally, there's no authenticity, there's no transparency, there's no honesty. It's just a money grab, and it's just run on greed. And yeah, you can make money from them if you gamble, but it's no different to a HYRP. You just throw money at something, and hopefully the owners, which it's all run by greed. Hopefully won't get too greedy, and their price is still low, so then you can cash out. That's what you're basically gambling on. Now, with that said, ICOs too, legit ICOs are also some of these projects won't come about, but at least they're not going to scam you, right? Some of these projects just won't, they just won't get to the stage where they'll be successful, but it won't be through scamming. It'll be because of the team hasn't executed, or they just ran out of funds, or they ran into legal issues, or they the regulatory red tape that they encountered. There's a lot of business things that could go wrong, but it's all done through the legitimate and honest way, right? They've done everything to make sure that the project is to get up and running and be successful. It's not through scamming. There's a big difference, very big difference, right? But the problem is, these people in this space think they've crossed that line, right? And they cross that line, and they think that making money is just about making money. There's no need for ethics. It's just about making money. That's the problem with this space. It's just about making money at any cost. They don't care. They'll just burn people. It's a scam. Who cares? We know it's a scam. We'll just go into it, get people involved in it, so we can get the commissions. This is what's happening in the community, right? I've been around this community for nearly 10 years, guys. I've seen it all, guys. And these programs are popping up like mushrooms. There's people that come and go. So you don't need to tell me about scams. You don't need to tell me about this and try to, because I've seen it all. You know what I mean? I've been in this space longer than most people have, and then I get people trying to say to me, "Oh, it's not a scam." All right, they've been in this space for what, two minutes, and they're trying to tell me it's not a scam. Until you've been in this space for like as long as I have, then you will have a different view on. You'll carry the same view that I have, right? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help educate some people. People will listen to me. People won't. They'll still join these programs despite what I say. They'll still join them because to make money is just it captures them. It's too much. They have to join, right? They just have to do it. Anyway, guys, I'll stop rabbiting on. Have a fantastic day. Haven't decided where I'm going yet. I think I might be going to I'd like to go to Philippines, but I'll see what happens. I have to consider some other things too, my partner and everything. So anyway, with that said, thanks for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed the reviews, and I'll see you in the next live stream.